Hey guys, Great Bob Ross here. Finally got some more reviews. I've got 2 reviews instead of 3 because I only got to see 12 Rounds and Adventureland. And no, it's not like the 2 bigger movies that came out over the past couple weeks, which were Monsters vs. Aliens and Fast and Furious. But honestly, I couldn't give a crap about the Fast and Furious franchise. I've never seen a single one. I hate Vin Diesel and everything he's been in other than the Riddick movies. And I am not a fan of cars or racing. I think it's a stupid hobby. Then again, Monsters vs. Aliens, did hold some type of interest for me, but I decided not to see it because I really only see family animated films with my family, and it just wouldn't feel right if I didn't go see it with my family. And I'm not going to pay for them all, so, I just didn't get to see it. I rarely watch cartoons in theaters anyway. It's just, I don't know, it's not my favorite genre. So I've got the John Cena WWE action film, 12 Rounds. Now, big, stupid action movies are fine, provided you have a charismatic lead and well-choreographed fight or action sequences. The plot can be as stupid and implausible and full of holes as you want, as long as you've got some good choreography and a charismatic lead. That's all you need in an action movie to make it work, especially in this style of action movie. Really, 12 Rounds is about a stereotypical cop who has to save a whole bunch of lives while trying to take down this international terrorist who's kidnapped his wife, blah, blah, blah. You've seen it all before. It sounds exactly like the plot of dozens upon dozens of other big, stupid action movies. And like I said, I like big, stupid action movies. You just have to have a charismatic lead and well-filmed action sequences. And this film really doesn't have either of them. There are a couple good action sequences here and there, but mostly it's average, and the plot is really subpar. It's not a very good plot at all. And let's face it, John Cena, he's a terrible actor. He is really bad in this movie. He's a wrestler, what do you expect? But, I'm a fan of the WWE, and he's not a bad wrestler at all. He's super popular with the kids. He's like the ultimate good guy, popular wrestler, and he's playing like this uber good stand-up police officer character here. It's a little ridiculous, to me at least. And I know a lot of people like to leave their brain at the door, and that's fine. Movies like Shoot 'Em Up do a great job, and Crank, those are great, big, stupid action movies, but they acknowledge the fact that they're big and stupid, and they don't try to be serious. They have this, self-referential, look at how outrageous we're being air about them, and 12 Rounds doesn't. So, there's no humor in the movie, there's no originality, no inventiveness, not really any semblance of any goodness in the film. It's subpar on every single level. I will say one good thing. I did like the guy who played the villain. I don't know his name. I did like him. He's obviously cartoonish, but he did the role the way that I would hope that he would have done the role. Overall, I'm going to give it 2 stars. I wouldn't recommend it. It's barely passable for a Saturday afternoon matinee on the WB. It's not a good movie. Next, I've got Adventureland, directed by Greg Mottola. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The guy who directed Superbad. So, this movie stars Jesse Eisenberg, that kid from The Squid and the Whale, and Kristen Stewart, Bella from Twilight. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and rant for a second. It absolutely sucks that she's going to be known for the Twilight films for the rest of her life when she's got a movie like this under her belt already early in her career. You can tell from that statement that I loved this movie, and I did. It's also got Ryan Reynolds, who has one of his best roles ever, and it's got Bill Hader and a couple of other name actresses, one of them from Saturday Night Live, and most everyone else I've never seen before. So I would say this is the best dramatic teen romance with a little bit of humor thrown in that I've ever seen. And this is a problem because it's being mismarketed as a, gross out sex romp comedy along the lines of Superbad or 40-Year-Old Virgin, and it's not. It seems that the Apatow gang is really growing into their own and starting to do a lot of more dramatic pictures. If you've seen the trailers for Judd Apatow's third directorial film, Funny People, you get the same feeling that's going for a more dramatic tone. And I'm glad that it actually showed that in the trailer for that, because this movie's being mismarketed. I think that it's one of the best. Superbad got the goofy side of teen life, and it's about adjusting from high school to college. This movie is about adjusting from college to a life of painful mediocrity. And I'm still in college, but this movie essentially shows my worst fears come to life. And it's funny because his major, journalism, the character in the movie, is my major in real life. So now I have this especially horrendous fear that this is going to be me. And he goes through, the character that Jesse Eisenberg plays goes through so many ups and downs in the film. It's almost heartbreaking to see all the different flaws and bad things characters end up doing. And I'm making this sound like it's really depressing, and it was depressing for me. So, I mean, it's got some funny parts, but I'll tell you what, all the funny parts in the trailer that make it look like it's Superbad Part 2, all of the funny parts that are in the trailer, those are the only funny parts in the movie. There are a couple others, and I'll tell you right now, one or two of the ones in the trailer are taken completely out of context and are not at all funny when you watch them in the film, because there's so much going on with the characters that you just feel so bad that you just can't laugh at these. And I don't want to say it's totally, completely depressing, but if you went to this movie expecting Superbad Part 2, you would think this is the most depressing comedy ever made. Especially if you're around that age where you're in your early 20s and you're suffering that kind of, transition into the job world. Because right now it's pretty bad in the economy. I mean, this movie takes place in 1987, so there's a whole bunch of 80s references, which I found really pretty cool. But, it really struck a chord with me. And I'm going to have to give this movie 4 stars. And it's my first 4-star movie of the year. I've seen 12 movies. This is my 12th movie theatrically. And it's the first one I've given 4 stars. So, I'm going to have a hard time thinking of any movie that's going to come out in the next, really, over a month that will at all be close to being this good. Really, Pixar's movie Up is the only movie I can think of before the Oscar season that might have a chance to dethrone this as my top movie of 2009 so far. And that's a shame. One of the best movies of the year has come out this early. I never expected it to be this good. I really didn't. I highly recommend it for everybody to go out and see it. I'm so upset this movie made, $6 million compared to the $72.5 million that Fast and Furious made. I am just baffled at that. I am completely and utterly terrified. But, oh well. Join me next time, because next time I'm probably going to be reviewing Dragon Ball Evolution, because I know my friend is paying my way for that. Ugh. And I probably won't get around to seeing Observe and Report, so I probably won't upload it until a couple weeks from now, and I'll have State of Play, because I'm definitely seeing that, along with Dragon Ball. So, go ahead and ask me some questions for my question and answer video that I'm planning, because my last video I asked for some questions, just stuff about me. What's your favorite movie in this genre? What got you into film? Blah, blah, blah. General questions like that, just to get to know me better. And I only got 3 responses, so I'm wanting a lot more. So you can post a question here for that video, or you can post it on the original video. I don't care. I just want to have a whole bunch of questions that I can answer. So I guess I will see you guys next week. Bye.